What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the pit stop. We are back for yet another episode. Let's go, guys. Talladega and then Kansas. I hope you guys stay tuned. It was crazy. What a finish for both races, really. I have, of course, probably enjoyed Talladega more because I couldn't leave my seat. We had amazing racing all the time. We didn't have the big one. I think a lot of people were expecting a big one, but it was still a good race. Of course, last week at Kansas, what a race! But I have a big announcement. So the big news, I've been trying to, hold my fans that watch my podcast all the time. I've been kind of, holding it in, but I'm officially going to announce it. I have accepted an internship at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is my home track. I've lived up in Charlotte for a few years, and I've always wanted to, get my foot in the door with NASCAR or anything in that speedways or anything NASCAR related, if it's at a speedway or not, honestly. But I recently accepted a summer internship there. I'm going to be helping with the events. I'm going to be probably working the Coca-Cola 600. So I will be definitely there for all the events and probably help with marketing and social media. And this is a great opportunity. So I may not be as active on my podcast as much. I'm going to try to keep it up, but this summer I might be slammed. I might be really busy. So you guys might not see me a lot on my podcast for the pit stop, but again, I'll continue to try to market on at the pit stop channel on Instagram. If you do not follow, this is the best time to follow because I may not be on here. So huge announcements. I'm excited. This is great. Of course, it's NASCAR related, so I had to throw it in here. It's just for the summer, so it's about 11 to 12 weeks going into my senior year. So big stuff, big stuff. I'm going in the right direction. So I appreciate all the support, everybody that was watched all my episodes. I'm gonna try to keep it up as much as I can, but of course, this summer could be a little bit busy. But with that being said, also got this new mic. Let's go. I'm been trying to get the audio better for you guys to hear me a lot clearer. Trying to increase the quality. So I got this microphone here. So that's what this is. That's a little bit new. Of course, still got the Busch hat, but all in all, we're still striving forward, and we are gonna get it going on this episode. So again, I mentioned Talladega, Kansas. Those are the two tracks that have been going on in the past couple of weeks, and boy, they were both very exciting. Kansas was kind of a little bit boring, obviously, in the very beginning. Sometimes that can happen on mile and a half tracks, but when I started seeing those cautions with about 20, 30 left to go, I knew it was going to get hectic because those restarts at Kansas is crazy, as you guys all saw that have whom watched the race. And another disappointment for Kyle Larson. I know he's won a race, but man, he should have more. I mean, that's another mile and a half track that he dominated, and just bad luck with the wrecks happening or the cautions coming out towards the end. And, he just didn't get enough. I take that back. His restarts were actually kind of good. I will say his restarts were good, but there just wasn't enough luck on his side because you know what? NASCAR is a lot of luck. I think a lot of people understand how skills, because I was just about to say his restarts weren't that great, but you know what? His restarts were pretty well. Sometimes we are not thinking about how luck plays a role in NASCAR, and honestly, it just wasn't on his side. You had a lot of crazy restarts. It seems like every 3 laps there was a wreck because the cautions kept coming out during the restarts. You had 3, 4 wide in the back. It was just insane. But another disappointment for Kyle Larson. Luckily, he's very positive. He's going forward. He's got to win, so he's in the playoffs no matter what. It's just a matter of just getting better, and we all know he has probably one of the fastest cars this year at those mile and a half tracks. So we're definitely going to be staying tuned to what he does at the rest of the mile and a half tracks for the season. Obviously, we had a crazy finish at Talladega. Brad Keselowski wins his first race of the year at Talladega. I mean, I thought that was kind of wild. He never led a single lap in the race until the very end. It was pretty wild. It could have been anybody's game. Matt DiBenedetto, Kevin Harvick was there, Ryan Blaney was there, but Matt DiBenedetto said that when Tyler Reddick pulled out of that line, like people were watching, he didn't get the right momentum, killed the momentum on the high side. Matt DiBenedetto obviously couldn't finish first in the race. as he was leading for most of the end. And ultimately, Brad Keselowski was in the best position to win, and so he did. He got his first win of the season. He locked in the playoffs, and then, of course, this past week at Kansas, Kyle Busch gets his first win of the season, as well as winning on his birthday for the 17th time in a row. Pretty crazy. I figured it was going to be his time. As soon as they announced it was his birthday, I was like, well, with his past, on his birthday, he always finds a way to win, and that's his first win in a while. Everybody knows he did not win last year in the regular season. He did win in the playoffs, but he was already kicked out by then. So this is a big win. He's locked in the playoffs now. So we have, I believe, I is it 10 or 11? I think it's 11. No, I think it is 10. Yeah, 10 different winners. I'm gonna double check. I got the point standings on my computer here, but wow, it's pretty wild. It's gonna be tough. There's only 6 spots left. It's up for grabs. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have a couple double winners here. Obviously, Martin Truex Jr. has already won 2, but we're probably going to get more double or triple winners here in the rest of the go because so many different drivers have won. At this point, we still have Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick that are the 2, and Denny Hamlin that are the 3 actually big names that still have yet to win. If they end up winning, that'll be 13. I'm still going to double check on that, but it's crazy to see how many different drivers we have this year. I think the last time it was 2014, going back to where the playoffs weren't even. I'm pretty sure the playoffs were either brand new or they weren't this stage thing. They were different back then in 2014, which is I remember when Kevin Harvick won the championship that year. So yeah, as I was saying, let me put up these standings here, so we get a general idea what we're looking at. Yes, here we go. Perfect. So we have, 10. I was correct. 10 different winners right now. Wow, crazy. Martin Truex Jr. is the only one that has 2, and then we go Byron, Logano, Blaney. Keselowski has now moved up to 5th because he got his win at Dega. Kyle Larson sitting at 6th. If we all know he probably. I mean, 4 top 5s. That's pretty impressive. Probably should have won a couple more. Here's Kyle Busch now at 7th because he won. Christopher Bell with his win. He's sitting at 8th. Michael McDowell, of course, Alex Bowman. And then, of course, Denny Hamlin is leading still with the non-winners. I'm sure when he wins a race, he'll move way up here because he's got so many top 5s, 8 and 8 top 10s. Pretty wild. Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick still haven't won a race yet. I think their time is going to come. Kevin Harvick, really close in that Kansas race. If there was just a few more laps to go, he had the best car, best tires, and I mean, I think he would have caught Kyle Busch pretty easily, but of course, there just wasn't enough time. So I think he's going to catch his mark. He's coming. He's doing a lot better. Same with Chase Elliott. He had a good top 5 finish at Kansas as well. I think their time's coming. I really do. So I'm hoping for the best for those 2 guys. And that will be, 12, 11, 12, 13. I mean, we're going to probably, and my guess, I'm going to say 14 different winners this year. And that's my guess. And that leaves only 2 spots available. And I just think that's pretty mind blowing. I mean, you talk about competitiveness trying to get in this thing, Busch or Matt D, Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Ricky Stenhouse, Ryan Newman, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez. I mean, wow, this is going to be very competitive. Very, very competitive to get in with all these different winners. I think it's been a really good season so far. So wow, it's going to be really intense to the end, and I definitely will be excited to see the outcome. Okay, so I think I'm gonna watch this last. I want to watch this finish of the Kansas race again. I saw it live, but I didn't really get to see it again, and I wanted to study it a little bit and have a reaction to it because, again, first of all, Kevin Harvick's way back here. For him to get a great start to second, finish second this race with 3 to go is it's pretty mind-blowing. But yeah, this is where I really had a lot of interest was with Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson because honestly, I don't know what was going on here. I think Kyle Larson was really trying to give Blaney a push, but he stayed locked on his bumper for, I think, too long of a period, and that's what caught him loose. unbelievable save by Ryan Blaney. I mean, you talk about driving skills. Wow. But yeah, like I want to look at this again because I seriously think if they would have had a pretty good restart, and Blaney actually might have had a chance to win, or at least Kyle Larson with his great car. But I definitely want to watch this again because when this happened, I mean, it gave the win to Kyle Busch automatically because there was just no competition on the high line. He was already pulled out. So with 3 to go, it's just, but let's take a look at this. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, Kyle Busch gets a good restart. But yeah, look at this push from Larson. I mean, look at that. I mean, this is a very good push, but he doesn't get off of him. He's still on him, and then he kind of goes up high and turns him, and ultimately just ruins both of their days with coming in a top 10 finish. So that's crazy. And then that's Kyle Busch just pulls away. Yeah, Chase coming on the high line too. And I mean Harvick's just he has so much momentum right now. Brad Keselowski went for a block. Yeah. Harvick just had so much momentum. Look at Brad just throwing blocks left and right. That was wild. Surprised nobody wrecked him. I mean, he had a good day, but those blocks were kind of questionable. See, I just feel like, man, 1 or 2 more laps, Harvick had a lot of momentum. But yeah, Kyle wins the race. Yeah, interesting to note for the least. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. It was a good entertaining finish for sure. But let me know what you guys think about Kyle Larson. What happened with Kyle Larson and Blaney? Um, was Larson being too aggressive? It's kind of hard to tell. I think he had to be, but you know, it's kind of tough. It's Ryan Blaney also probably had a good chance to win that race if that didn't happen. But that's kind of part of racing. Let me know what you guys think about that finish. That was crazy. Didn't know it happened so fast too. That's kind of why I want to review it. But pretty good finish. It's what you like to see in those mile and a half tracks. Like sometimes they can get pretty wild, and sometimes they can just be really boring with no caution because there was no cautions in that entire race up until the last stage towards the end. So it's just crazy from you can go 0 to 100 like that in those type of races. But yeah, very interesting. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that race and Rowdy Busch back in victory lane. I mean, hey, I know y'all. There's few Kyle Busch fans out there, but those that are very excited. So I know Kyle Busch back in victory lane for the first time in a while. Big stuff, big stuff. So cool. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. I just want to go over those 2 races, Talladega and Kansas, because those are really fun races. I really hope you guys watch and stay tuned. And yeah, this could be the last episode for a hot minute. I'm not sure, but stay tuned. Of course, on my pit stop channel on IG. Of course, the username is always it's always in my bio down below, so you guys can go find it and make sure you subscribe if you don't already, because we going up from here, so it's gonna be good times on the pit stop channel. We've had plenty of guests appear on this channel. We're probably gonna continue. I just don't know when my next appearance will be, so you guys always stay tuned. And we're heating up. This year is crazy. We are heating up. 10 different winners, and NASCAR is getting better. I'm telling you, it's on the rise. They keep advertising it the best season yet. This is the best season yet, I think. This is very, very, very fun to watch. So many different winners, new faces for sure appearing in the win column. So this has been great. But that's it for us today on the Pit Stop channel. Like this video, subscribe, leave a comment what you think about those last 2 races, and we will see you next time. Adios.